Next up, we have a presentation for the Special Olympics of Washington with Tony Czar, Mary Do, and Mark Sinay.
Yes, good morning, Chair Levy, commissioners, ex officios, and staff. For the record, I'm Tony Czar. I'm a special agent assigned to the regulation unit. I'm here this morning to introduce Special Olympics of Washington and their proposal for the 2023 Enhanced Raffle. Details of the proposal are set forth in tab 5 of your commission packet, and we will require action today. If approved, the Enhanced Raffle will begin on January 23rd, 2023, and the grand prize drawing will be conducted on May 12th, 2023. I want to take this opportunity to report on the results of the 2022 Enhanced Raffle, which was conducted on May 13th of this year. Commission staff were present at the grand prize drawing. We reviewed the independent financial results, and we reviewed the gambling records, which from our perspective appear to be accurate and in compliance with WAC. In terms of the numbers from the 2022 Enhanced Raffle, Special Olympics sold approximately 5.3 million in tickets. They awarded 1.7 million in prizes, and net proceeds to Special Olympics was just over 1.5 million. And with regard to the net proceeds, I wanted to note how that figure was arrived at, if I may. The grand prize amount was just under $1.2 million, and the winner elected to receive the annuity paid over 20 years. Special Olympics cost for that annuity to be paid over 20 years was approximately $866,000. So that 1.5 million figure for net proceeds is more than the 50% because it essentially factors in that difference in cost. It factors in the annuity savings to Special Olympics. I also wanted to note that we did not receive any complaints regarding the Enhanced Raffle, and ultimately we confirmed that Special Olympics operated the Enhanced Raffle within the plan approved by the commission. And with that, I'd like to introduce Mary Do and Mark Sinay, the Chief Operating Officer and VP of Finance, respectively, of Special Olympics of Washington, and I'll stay on the line in case anyone has any questions for me.
Good morning, Mary Do, Chief Operating Officer for Special Olympics Washington, and just wanted to thank you all again for continuing supporting this raffle for Special Olympics Washington. I did want to share just a quick mission moment, and I know we have some great questions, I'm sure, about results, but as we are starting to move into honoring our veterans this weekend, I wanted to share that the previous winner of the grand prize last year is a veteran, and he had a really great story to tell us as I asked kind of how did you hear about the grand prize, and he said, you know, or sorry, about the raffle, and what he shared was, you know, he knew Special Olympics when he was on base.
Been known Special Olympics through his work at the Army base down at Fort Lewis McChord, and that's how he got involved with it. So it was something that was dear to his heart, and so purchasing the ticket and participating in that way goes along with his volunteer work that he had done with the Army as well. Mary's back.
So sorry. you know, we gotta love technology here. Thanks,
I'll
Mark.
hand it
You
back to
did a
Mary.
Great job. Well, that was wonderful. I apologize for the technology issues, but you know, what I think just to kind of close that part was just really what's such a win. I mean, it's to be able to share such a win with someone who's done some really great things in the community, and that we over the last year, you know, slowly bringing our athletes back to the field. We're because of the raffle funds and the fundraising that we're continuing plus the supporters, we're able to deliver 3 full seasons to our athletes again. So it's really been wonderful to see our athletes back on the fields with their friends, you know, and our volunteers back. Next week, we are headed to the Tri-Cities for our first fall state games after 3 years. So just thank you for your continued support. If you have any questions about the 22, happy to answer if I can without getting cut off, I hope.
Okay, great. Thank you. Commissioner Sizemore?
So I guess I have one question on the annuity option that was chosen last year. Does Special Olympics have a relationship with somebody that they give the grand prize amount to a financial operation and then they do that, or does Special Olympics keep the money in their accounts and then just pay out, you know, 1/20th every year?
Oh yeah, no, we give that, we sent out, I sent out 3 bids. Symetra was one of the best ones to provide the best return, and they had done this for us a few years ago as well. We don't want to put ourselves at risk for having to administer anything like that, and where Symetra, that's their job. I mean, they gave us the price. They said they guarantee this return for the winner after 20 years. So we went with that, and it's again, it's something that we don't have to risk our funds on or our abilities, because we're not financial planners either, you know. So we gave it to the expert, and that's where that sits. And again, Symetra, they've done it for us before, and they came in with one of the lowest or more competitive bids for being able to do the annuity.
All right, any other questions or comments from anyone? All right, do we have a motion?
I think presentation on 23, right?
Oh, sorry, yeah. We have the 2023 presentation now. Sorry about that.
Tony will come back and present the 23 plan.
Is Tony still here?
Yes, I'm still here.
All right, are you going to present the 2023 raffle plan requests?
Yes, I was under the impression that Special Olympics was going to be making a proposal.
But we can.
Yeah, certainly. So what we have in front of you, thanks Tony, the plan for the 23, that raffle, if approved, would start this January. So we're kind of right sizing it back to the previous seasons that we've had before last year. Again, thankful for you all to kind of quickly give that approval, and we're adjusting back to the winter season. So that raffle would kick off in January. When January 23rd, sorry, I have the dates. I have a bunch of things in front of my computer right now, with the grand prize drawing taking place at our office on May 12th, 2023. No major changes to the plan. I think there might be some minor changes on prizes, but nothing different from the previous year.
The house though, we've upped the value of the house. It's $9 million.
All right, thank you. Are there any questions or comments regarding the 2023 raffle? No. All right, so do we have a motion then for that raffle? Yes.
I move to approve Special Olympics Washington to conduct a Dream House Raffle as presented by staff and Special Olympics Washington.
Second.
All right, it's moved and seconded. Is there any further discussion? Oh, there is a hand I see. Jeffrey?
Any comments by email to make sure it goes through?
Oh yeah, she said there wasn't any. She adjourned and interrupted me.
In the comment, Jeffrey says the grand prize advertised versus what is actually awarded is huge. Why up the value of the prize when the prize advertised is never awarded?
Right. Someone from Special Olympics want to handle that?
In the rules, it states how the prizes are awarded and that a certain number of tickets have to be sold before, for example, the house can be given out as a prize. And as far as the cash piece, it's up to a certain amount that can be awarded. Again, everything is dependent on the number of tickets sold. Up until those thresholds for the house, for example, it's a 50-50 split with the profit, unless they choose the annuity kind of thing. So, but in the rules, there's a lot of rules on it. There's a lot of writing on there too, but it's pretty explicit with what threshold has to be reached before we can award the house, for example.
Yeah, it's been pretty clear in the, hi Jeffrey, it's great to hear from you again. So I think, you know, it's been really clear in the rules of what they are, with, you know, with increasing the houses one, it hasn't been easy to find homes that are at that level. And so again, appreciative for the commission and for approving that you know, the increase of the value of the homes for us. And so I think, you know, when we talk about the thresholds, those are needed to also protect Special Olympics Washington as well. And, you know, obviously we would love to give away the grand prize, because if we were able to meet those, that maximum amount of tickets, obviously that's more delivery of impact for us, and obviously a big win for the grand prize. So I think a grand prize winner. So, you know, truthfully, we would love to be able to give out that grand prize. So if we can keep selling those tickets, we can keep doing the delivery program and keep awarding prizes.
Commissioner Reeves? Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, because I feel like we've had this conversation multiple times. Can you please remind me how you guys are implementing or executing disclaimers on all of your notifications that the grand prize has never been awarded, and just reassure me that that continues to be a disclosure and a disclaimer that you all share as you are selling these tickets and letting folks know that this is something that's never actually been awarded.
Yeah, thank you, commissioners. I was actually put that down as a note. So we did, with your recommendations the last previous ones, we ensured that those disclaimers have been on all of our creative materials. So including any digital communications, any print, just any advertising around the disclaimer of the threshold of tickets. I think if there is continued wanting to have, you know, we have the Q&As that are listed all on our website that has had the house has been awarded. It says no, because we haven't been able to hit that threshold of tickets sold. So it is there, and we increased a bunch of disclaimers in this previous raffle because of those questions that we received. We want to be completely transparent. The information's there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any further questions or discussion? So we have a motion. Oh, sorry, Representative Kloba.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So if I have the number right, it was 84,000 tickets is the threshold. And can you help me understand? I feel like this has been in some reports before, and I don't recall the number. Is there an average sort of amount of tickets that you sell every year? And
yes,
you know, sort of the difference between that and the threshold that you have set.
Yes. So I did a 5-year look back. So starting in 2019, we have the raffle ticket, and then we have the add-on. So when we're saying a certain number of tickets to sell, you have to have a raffle ticket. So that's what we use for our numbers. So for raffle tickets, it's been from 26,000 in 2019 to 46,000 in 2020, down to 39 in 21 and 36,000 in 2022. And the average price has been like $144 per transaction. So we're increasing the reach, but then with the pandemic, then that started to take a big dive because we went from 46,000 to 39, in 21. And we're now trying to rebuild that ticket base. And that's why we increased the value of the house, not just because, like Mary said, it's hard to find a house for that price, and hoping that $9 million will increase the activity around purchasing tickets because that's a higher prize, that kind of thing. We are always wanting to sell more tickets because we get more cash flow from the revenue. And, so whatever we can do to sell tickets, we're always trying to do, and we only benefit if we sell more tickets.
Thank you.
All right, sure.
Jeffrey had another question.
Okay.
Jeffrey said, it's not clear to me without digging deep in the website that the grand prize isn't awarded. I wonder how many people believe the advertised prize is actually awarded.
I think it's pretty clear. If you look at the list of past winners, it'll show you on our Puget Sound Raffle.com site. Go to the Q&As or past winners. And so I'm not sure how much more visible we can make it when it's a part of Q&A, as well as past winners of what they've received. We don't put out, full names and those kinds of disclosures, but we do talk about what they've taken away. So I'm not really sure where else Jeffrey would like to see it, because it is there if you pull it up, and I'm happy to drop it into the chat.
And I might add too that during the whole process, myself, there's 5 or 6 of us on staff that are fielding questions. And so there's website that can be, you can call, you can send an email, that kind of thing. So we're getting communication, very little, but it's always there that, please contact with any questions kind of thing.
Sure.
Jeffrey also says, all it says is a grand prize. It doesn't say what they won.
If you look at the disclaimer below, it'll say the net proceeds. So if he's looking for the actual, there's not an issue with us sharing that. I think we also want to protect the person as well in disclosing that information. So I feel what I would like to say, and I think this is, Jeffrey has reached out to Special Olympics multiple times. We've also have expressed the same thing, and so I'm not really sure, Jeffrey, what else you would like us to answer. We've had these conversations over the last several years.
Our financials are also public record, so when we file our 990 every year, it's sitting in there. We've had people ask for the financials, send them, so there's, again, it's all public. There's nothing to hide.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. And I think we have a motion that's been moved and seconded to approve the Dream House Raffle as presented by staff. So all those in favor say aye, please.
Aye.
Aye. Commissioner Reeves, are you with us?
I am sorry. I was listening to you all say that and said it in my head, but forgot.
Been there.
So the motion has passed. Thank you, Mary and Mark.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Tony, for guiding us as well.
Tony's amazing. Just
My
letting you all
pleasure.
know. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. Next up, we will move to a presentation on electronic